Hey YouTube, did you guys know that there's a law against talking to aliens? No kidding. Big fine, go to jail, no can do. Now, don't you guys find it interesting that, you know, for something that there's not supposed to be, there's a law against it? Do a little quick search in Yahoo, and this is what you come up with. Just type in law against talking to aliens. And I've taken the liberty to go ahead and look this up, save a little time. But here you go. Alien contact laws, $5,000 fine and imprisonment. Already passed in Congress. There's your website there. You guys can look this up on your own. Also, I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but they did a disclosure conference a year or two ago, and they had all these military officials talking about ETs and how they've been visiting the bases and hovering over the bases and turning off the nuclear missiles and all that. Um, these guys are definitely around. A lot of people don't want to see it. The reason I say this and bring this subject up is Dabu did a video that came off of mainstream news in Australia, which brings me to my point. The other day I was talking to that lady I did the other video on, and she was talking about everybody being zombies. And so, and then I gave some biblical references, that the Bible talks about this stuff. And she wrote me an email and said, please don't post this crap. That was the word she used, crap, on my channel. So I just wrote her back and said, okay, we'll stay a foul-mouthed zombie then. Hopefully one of these days you'll wake up. It's kind of interesting a day or so later that they turn around, they do a video, and they're talking about how this veteran was in contact with ETs over 2 years. Here's the name of the video right here. Veteran on mainstream news says aliens are real. Proof aliens are real by Dabu77. Yeah, they're here. And they've been here, just like the Bible says. So, I just want to talk to you a little bit about that today. Also, have you guys done any research on the black-eyed children? They're pretty spooky. People that have been exposed to these things say they get bad vibes. Black-eyed children. You might want to do a little hunt, a little research on that. Also, you guys familiar with Phil Snyder? He was a guy that was suicided. He was running around the country back in 95, 96, maybe even 97, and talking about the gray aliens, talking about how he was a geologist and he helped build all these underground bases and stuff, and how they bumped into some of these guys, and there was a big firefight. I think it was 66 or so of our special forces were exterminated. Phil got his fingers blown off and shot in the chest by one of these ETs, and he was running around telling everybody, and looks to me like they snuffed him. So, by the way, Doug Hemp has a new video out, Alien UFOs. Doug Hemp, not Hemp, Hemp. H-A-M-P. Douglas, actually. You guys might want to download some of this stuff. I know YouTube was messing around with downloads and blocking downloads, but if you guys are in the loop, there's ways around that. So most of the programs that do it have been fixed, and my suggestion is that you download some of this data. We're getting more and more information on cyber attacks, regardless of what the source. one of these days the net's probably going to go down or be severely handicapped or controlled, and a lot of this information that you have access to now, you're not gonna have. So my suggestion is you start building your own video collection and back it up off-site, because this information is going to be golden. Speaking of golden, seeds, you got seeds, they're going to be worth gold one day. Just a little prep note there. Have you talked to anybody about Jesus lately? Have you explained the gospel? Are you working for him? Are you trying to give freely as it was given to you? Are you ashamed? Are you shy? Just something to think about. I would suggest getting the word out as much as possible. Hard times are coming. Real hard times. Getting back some of the videos, let's scan through some of these things I've been looking at. Oh, they're trying to take the guns away from the military. Veterans. George for title. G for T, they call him. Did an interview with a disabled vet. Says, hey, all the guy wanted was some treatment for his bad back. He got hurt in the military, and next thing you know, he's got cops at his door, and they're trying to lock him up for 5150, and you know, using any and every reason in the world to try to take your arms away. Now, why would they do that? Could it be that the military are among the best trained to fight against civil war? That's my thinking. Oh, by the way, did you guys know that our Homeland Security is buying another, what is it, 360,000 more rounds of hollow point ammunition? Steve Quayle says they got over 3 billion rounds now. I think he said 3.6 billion, if I'm not mistaken. Regardless, we know it's over 2. Somebody did the math and said it came out to 5 to 10, depending on what number you use, 5 to 10 bullets per person in the U.S. Doesn't that just give you a warm and fuzzy feeling? Bullets that the Geneva Convention even bans. Brings me to an interesting point. Why would people want to kill you? You guys familiar with the Branton Files? Braton. Somebody asked me about was it RH negative blood a couple of weeks back. I've been digging around for my files and I can't find it. I used to have all that stuff. But just look up Branton Files and you can find all kinds of information. But, you know, it's pretty well common knowledge around people who've done, around UFO circles, people who've done research, that Eisenhower faked a dental appointment and took off and met with ETs up in one of the Air Force bases up in California. And actually did it a couple of times and supposedly signed contracts with them. And that's where a lot of our technology comes from. So I think we're in basically a planetary takeover. I think that the Illuminati bloodlines that run this planet are trying to exterminate the bulk of mankind. I referenced the Georgia Guidestones. They want to reduce the world population to 500 million. There's over 7 billion now. That means a lot of people got to die. I think we're also being set up for what I think the great deception is the UFO ET alien agenda. I think we're in such a mess right now that most people, especially those that don't know the Lord and haven't read their Bible, are going to fall for the alien savior. Tom Horns talked about this. One of our members, Steve from Thailand, we spent a lot of time talking about this several years back. We're so far ahead of the curve, and it's interesting to see all this stuff come out now. But you guys familiar with the Vatican and their observatory and their telescope named Lucifer? Doesn't that make you feel comfortable? Yeah. Do some research on Tom Horn and the Vatican ET disclosure. I think it's coming. I think we're going to be in such a mess that one of these days these guys are going to show up and they're going to say, "We're your daddies." And I think the bulk of the world is going to buy into it. Especially a lot of the people, and I actually think there's going to be a big falling away, because I think all these Christians that have been led down the road of deception with the pre-tribulation rapture doctrine, and when that does not happen, they're going to be open for new ideas, and I think the alien agenda is going to be that new idea, and I think there's going to be a massive falling away. Just my take. So, just want to share that with you, and let you know I'm thinking about you guys, and hope you guys are preparing a little bit. Hope you guys are thinking about getting passports or bug out locations, or what happens if we got hit with an EMP or CME today and there's no electricity. If you read the book 1 second after, you'd know in about 3 weeks people are going to be eating each other. Now, the Steve Quayle video that I recently did, he talks about that, how the Lord showed him that many years ago. And now the Lord's just barely freed him to discuss it. So, I think we're going to get nailed. North Korea is threatening us. I'm not really sure how much stock I put into that. But you know what? They might be crazy enough just to do it, especially because we know China's behind them. Oh, by the way, did you guys hear about Russia and China getting real cozy? That's a little bit cause for concern. Also, China's running around buying everything that they can. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not anti-Chinese. My computer tech is a Chinese guy. He's a righteous brother. He's a good guy. But it's the government of China. That's the problem. It's like the bulk of the government in the U.S. that's the problem. I'm sure that not everybody in the government of China is bad. I'm sure not everybody in the U.S. government is bad. But I think the bulk is. I think we've created a monster when it comes to China. Our corporations benefited from slave labor, made a lot of money, made a lot of people rich, but, they copy our technology. They cut a lot of corners in the things that they make. Did you guys hear the story about our fighter pilots are having problems with their breathing rigs and getting all kinds of, silicone particles or some kind of particulates in their breathing, and it's jacking up their lungs and stuff like that? Real serious. Not only that, but bad chips in the planes. Now, what kind of leaders do we have, military, that would subcontract our defense weapons to be made by another country, a communist country? Interested Isn't it interesting how we gave them preferred nation status too? You know, I don't know, just a thought. But I think we got bad things coming, folks. I'm not really much for dreams. I see so many dreams. I had a dream this. I had a dream that. I had a rapture this. I had that, tired of that stuff. Tired of it. Tired of it. Tired of it. If I had time, I'd probably do some notes and do like a video collage of these different rapture teachers. Any day, it's imminent. Now, get ready. Now, you know. So a year or two down the road, if YouTube's still up and we still have net, I could play that. But anyway, I hope you guys are getting ready, doing some preparation. I'm not saying live in fear, but I'm saying get ready. Because, you're helping others by educating them. Hopefully, you know a little bit about preparation. You do have some food storage. You do have some medical storage. You do have manual tools, manual drills and things like that. You have extra supplies in case you go to Home Depot and there just ain't anything. Get prepared to live off the grid just in case. And teach your neighbors to do the same. I mean, here where I live, we've taught people how to compost. Just simple little things like compost. Now the whole city's trying to do it. And they were actually trying to fine people $1 if they caught them not doing it. Too much reliance on fertilizers just burns up the soil, kills the earthworms, bad stuff. We don't use any fertilizer here, hardly ever. Maybe get a little pinch of something I throw around the base of a fruit tree now and then, but usually it's fish, leftovers, stuff like that. Try to go as natural as possible. But just want to touch bases with you guys and wish you well and hope that you're sharing Jesus with people. Because you can't just go along with a ride. You can't just watch these videos and absorb knowledge and not share it. That's not right. You're supposed to give freely as has been given to you. So give something back, folks. Just imagine if everybody did that. The world would be a better place. Give something back. Okay? Thanks. You guys take care. Bye now.